created her poem at the December symposium was on, she called it A Poem Called Life. Okay, this is my 4th grade student. Her grandma has diabetes, and she wanted to create a medical device that would help sick people to monitor their vital signs and alert them when it's time to take medicine, do a test, or go to a doctor on time. And so she created this poem, and furthering her knowledge, then she has decided to go ahead and create a sketch of it. So let me show you first here. Here's her sketch of her poem called Life, and this is just a real brief idea of it. She put this together for me. She's going to have this perfected for our April symposium. But then I also asked her some deeper learning questions that I wanted her to be able to reflect upon and talk with me about. So here is, she shared with me exactly what her product was that she wanted to create, which I just shared with you, and then explain clearly her plans for completing the project. I wanted her to set out some small, measurable goals and share that with me. So she says, I'm doing research now and taking notes. I've looked at several devices and have made a scaled sketch of a device I have invented myself. I asked her, what's the purpose of your product? She says, the purpose of my product is to help sick people control their illnesses better. And then, what do you want to achieve through your product development? I hope to make this product available to everyone, not just wealthy people. Then I had her create a timeline graph and attach it to her assignment when she turned it in to me. And her timeline graph shows those short, measurable goals of, okay, the first thing was that she needed to maybe research 5 or 3 different devices that day. I wanted her to then put the date of when she was researching it. Maybe the second thing was then she needed to talk to a diabetes doctor to find out what she needed from him to make this device realistic. And so she had an interview with him set up. She was going to call and set up an interview this day, and then the next day was the interview. See what I'm saying? It was a checklist, a timeline graph that she needed to share with me. And this is available to you in my file transfer. So we'll make sure we give you our file transfer at the end here of exactly how I guided the students with that learning. So all in all, I just want to conclude and just talk to you about how I just feel like this provides such an opportunity for these kids to have a deeper learning experience. You're not having to go out and create new curriculum. This is stuff I found from the online school. It just takes a little bit of time to figure out which units you're going to teach and how you're going to cross-curriculum map it. But we've got amazing content already. Parents love that you're already using what they're already teaching, and you can kind of help them out by teaching those lessons to them. In conclusion, deeper learning is not something that is a one-size-fits-all, okay? I love this little cartoon, and this type of deeper learning truly engages students to allow them to drive deeper in areas of interest, which will also lead to growth. And this, in turn, will help to alleviate boredom and underachievement with your students. If you're interested to know about my evaluation methods on this unit, I went ahead and compared growth, several different measures with their composition paper, their history units, and also I have a rubric that I'm attaching for you for their presentation of their product and different requirements that I have. And so there is growth. I looked from before at the very beginning of the unit to where they were at in December, and there is growth that you will see with your students as you do this type of greater learning. And then right here are these references that I wanted to share with you. Let me explain real quickly when you get this file transfer. And in fact, can I have Kathy? I've uploaded this file transfer of these 2 attachments, the K-5 lessons with additional resources. And then Kathy, if you would also do the file transfer for me, please, of the scope and sequence. They're both in the Dropbox folder for you. So when you receive this one, it has my kindergarten, 1st grade, 2nd, 3rd grade students. Those are the resources, the lessons that I taught, how I mapped them with the online school, with their history lessons and their language arts lessons, and then the additional resources, Discovery Ed videos that I worked on trying to get to these kids. And so just explaining that that's what you have there for your K through 3, and then it also includes what I just discussed with you on my 4 through 5 inventions in history and language arts mapping. The next file transfer that will come across to you is the scope and sequence. And it includes, I mapped out and showed within it each lesson how I related my Common Core standards to what we were doing in this unit. And I also share the rubrics I used for grading and learning with my students. So in a nutshell, that's what it's all about, guys, and I really encourage you to do it. If you have any questions, comments, please feel free to email me. My phone number is here. I would love to discuss and brainstorm with you if you want some additional ideas on how to curricular map. And if you have any questions, go ahead and I'd love to address those right now. If not, you can also go ahead and leave comments here for me. Thank you, Guadalupe. Yes, that Dropbox folder doesn't just share those two attachments. It also has the PowerPoint presentation, which you saw today, as well as Carson's MP3 file that you can download directly to your computer if you want to. And his mom gave me all rights